Well, hello there everyone, I'm Darth Browner, and welcome to a brand spanking new video. Now this video is going to be a very special one because I've done it in honour of the fact I've reached an impressive milestone on the channel. I've now got 100 subscribers. I want to personally thank each and every single one of you for subscribing to my channel. It means a heck of a lot because when I started the channel in 2016 I didn't actually expect to get that many subscribers, so I'm genuinely really quite sort of honoured, people are watching my videos, so it does mean a lot to me, it seriously does. To commemorate the occasion, I've decided to prepare a review for all of you guys. It's reviewing a game called Celeste, which was recommended to me by my mate on Instagram, HarryK87. Now go check his Instagram channel out. I'll link is in the description below. Now, without further ado, let's get on with the show. So, Celeste. We're put into the shoes of Madeline, who has the intention of climbing the mountain that is Celeste. I've got to say that it's a really nice little story that unfolds, but I'm not going to spoil it because you have got to play the game yourselves and experience what I've got to experience because it's quite rewarding. One thing that does strike me is the graphics, about how nice and retro yet detailed at the same time they look. They're nice and pleasing on the eye, I would say. And as you go through the game, the areas are quite varied as well. Oh, here we are. An example of one of the mysterious characters that you encounter. Well, Madeline encounters. And the dialogue is pretty interesting. Again, I'm not going to show you too many of the characters because you've got to witness them yourselves, but there is a pretty cool character in Chapter 2 who does make you question Madeline's motives in a way, because you're just like, well, why is she climbing this mountain? And straight away from the start of the game, it does thrust you into it. And you can die very, very, very easily. Very easily. But don't see it as a bad thing. Normally, in a game I might think, oh, it's frustrating. But see it as a learning curve. I think that's probably the best way to describe deaths in this game. Very Super Meat Boy-esque, in the sense that if you get hit by something, you die. So it's like a one hit. If you fall on spikes, you die, but having played Mega Man games, I'm kind of used to that, to be honest with you. Another thing I've got to say about the game is that it's not just a case of getting through every level per se. There's all sorts of hazards. So you've got these spikes of doom. But it goes back to what I was saying about the deaths. Because you instantly start again, you can still like assess, right, I did it that bad that time, I can do it this way that other time. Damn spikes. I had to pick a really funny bit that I struggled on when I first played it. See, look at this you've got your enemies, touch them, you're deaded. And there are puzzles, so in this instant, we need something that will hold the key to getting through that door. That was a really bad pun. So I'm deliberately showing you the fact that I'm dying a lot just to show you that you can learn. Oh, and also the game does encourage you to explore, but sometimes you might find, oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that. But it's all learning curve, but it's not annoying, it's just, okay, I'll do that again and again until I get it right. And it's not like you've got to go back 500,000 miles away to the last checkpoint, which is quite a pro, I would say, about this game. Now I'll go through the controls. Madeline does control quite well. She's very fluid. She's got the standard dash button, and you got you jumping around. You hold L2 to climb, and so you've got to make sure that you've got to watch the colour of her hair. Because as soon as her hair turns pale, that's it. You can't climb anymore. But I'd say the controls are pretty responsive. A bit like the gameplay, really. The gameplay, like I said, it does seem to encourage you to learn from your mistakes. So I think that's a pretty neat idea, to be honest with you. And it's not exactly shy on making you learn from what you did wrong. So there we go. And we'll through this door. Ta-da! More puzzles. And some of them can be a pain in the jacksy, but you feel a sense of victory after you've got through the game. I'll show you another level right now. I'm not going to show you many. Oh yeah, you got spring balls as well. Very Sonic-esque, I would say. And those things are called strawberries. Now, because I've already collected them before, they'll appear a bit more pale. But you collect those. They're just collecting, and you can get trophies and achievements out of them, which is pretty sweet. That's another thing with Celeste as well. I do like the collectibles. It doesn't overindulge you in collectibles. It has just the right amount. Oh, I remember this. Playing through this a little bit with the Forsaken City. It's the first level as well. Some of those blighters are on wings, so I'll admit I haven't got one yet. So answers on the postcard if you can get one quite quickly. But I'll tell you something as well, is that even though you're climbing a mountain, it's quite a diverse mountain. When you just saw what looked like the interior of a hotel, now we're in some sort of city. The game does get points for being quite varied, for sure. And quite versatile as well. So you're never going to encounter the same puzzle twice. It's always like, I've not really encountered that before. So there is that variety. There is a slight downside, I would say, and that it will put people off, in that it may not be your cup of tea. You might, if you're after like an easier ride, like a nice handholdy platformer, then this really isn't your game. So if you didn't like Super Meat Boy, you won't like this at all. But I still implore you to have a good go at it, because if anything, I think I prefer it to Super Meat Boy, which is great in itself, but I actually prefer this over Super Meat Boy. But I'll keep quiet for now and let you watch some gameplay footage of me trying to get through the levels a little bit. But I will go on record to say as well, I want to wish you all a fantastically happy Easter, and I just wish for the best and such like, because after all, this is my 100 subscribers video special. And once again, I just want to give a shout out to HarryK87 on Instagram for recommending this superb game to me. Because truth be told, I've sunk a bit of time into it, more than I expected, if I'm being honest with you. It's very, very addictive. That's one thing I should really mention. The game is freaking addictive. I ain't gonna lie, this game really does have that just one more go syndrome about it, which is pretty ace. Whee! Yeah, we're up there. I think I've chosen a spike-infested level a little bit, haven't I? Really? But it gives you an idea of what the game's all about, and the idea of the mechanics as well. Like I said, there is more to it. There are more characters you can meet, but I'm not going to spoil them for you, to be honest with you, because it wouldn't. I don't want to ruin the surprises or anything that await in this superb game.